But as I was saying, people, manna, it had everything they needed. They wanted more than that. They wanted some meat. I'm sure when they was in Egypt, they didn't get meat every time they wanted it. You understand? They didn't. Because they cried to the Lord. 400 years in captivity. And the Lord came. And he was like, I'm going to save you from this. You had to worry about none of this no more. I got you. I'm going to take you to a land flowing with milk and honey that was prophesied. I'm finna fix y'all. I'm finna get y'all right. You understand? That's exactly what happened. He's gonna get them right. But they, in the process of getting them right, they started to complain and bicker. And he told you, I'm finna lead you to the promised land. And it's the same thing goes with you. He's trying to lead you somewhere. Trust the process and be patient. When you start thinking about the past, you might hinder your future. I'm just being real with you. Yesterday gone. The Lord said, don't even worry about tomorrow. Sufficient of the day is the evil thereof. All you got to worry about a day-to-day basis with the Lord. Because we all do it. Sometimes we be like, oh, Friday, this going to happen. What am I going to do? And the Lord will tell me, do nothing. Don't worry. Stop worrying about tomorrow. You can worry about tomorrow when it get here. Today. Focus on today while it's called today. And sure as hell don't worry about the past, because you can't change nothing. You can't go back in time. You know, I didn't realize something in my life. I have no regrets. Everything that happened, happened. There's nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do to change it. My past mistakes are there in the past. I got to learn to forget it and leave it there. All the good times. But guess what? The Lord's trying to tell you, they're going to come better times. You don't inquire wisely. People trying to rebuild the past. You know why a lot of people can't move forward? Because they stuck in the past. Somebody may have wronged them a certain way or treated them a certain way. And they living in the past and it's affecting their present. I'm telling y'all the truth, man. Let that junk go. Let it go. I don't care if you had good days. There were times when I was in prosperity in the past, but I don't want to go back there. I done learned to embrace my age, to embrace where I am today. So there's still changes I want made, but I'm gonna be patient with it. You understand? I don't see myself running to the gym every day. I actually work a strenuous job. You know, I ain't got time. I want to at least enjoy part of my day. I ain't trying to spend my whole life working. I mean, working at work and working out. Oh, so I ain't got time for that. That's what floats your boat, floated. I want to enjoy my life. The best way the Lord told me to do it. Eat, drink, and be merry. You know, I knew y'all see a lot of videos when I was drinking shots and stuff. Because I want to show you me. Show you the real Houston. That's why I smoke. So I just want to show you this is who I am. So when you come upon, sometimes I use profanity in some of my videos. This is who I am. But you'll see the change. That's why I think God wants me to do it on a daily basis. So you'll see the change. You understand? On the weekends, sometimes he might have me make a video, but on the weekends, he's having me cut back. Like, that's it. That's it for today. Rest. You did enough. He'll let me know. You understand? You know, somebody had asked me the other day, you went to church Sunday? You know what I said? And I say this with boldness now. I am the church. Am I a perfect church? Well, show me a perfect church, and I'll show you a liar. Did you hear what I said? You show me a perfect church, and I'll show you a liar. No such thing. That's a perfect church. The only perfect church, the only perfect temple to walk this earth was Jesus Christ. You understand? And I heard people say, man, my preacher is perfect. You have been deceived. There are things you don't know about him that he don't tell. Because a lot of them like to hide how they are. I don't hide who I am. I be who I am. And as the process starts, the changes, you'll see. And the Lord will see it. Like, I think back to how many videos, I don't even know how many videos I did in the past 6 years or 5 years. I don't even want to know how many I did. I did a lot. I don't even watch them. Once I put it on YouTube, that's it. That's it for me. I don't got no reason to watch myself. Watch myself for what? I can't watch myself in real life. You understand? You can't see yourself as you walk unless you look in the mirror. But I do love what the word says about the plank and the speck. I got to get these planks out. I'm in the process of getting planks out of my eyes with the Lord's help. And everything I know, I'm going to tell you. I ain't trying to beat you up. If the words I say touch you in a special way, maybe that's just meant how it's supposed to be. I'm just being real. Maybe that's how it was meant to be, to touch you. You understand? You know, I'm not trying to sugarcoat nothing. I ain't trying to be something I'm not. Now, people say the dumbest things to stop you from following Christ. You shouldn't be talking about God while you're doing this. Well, so when should I talk about him? When should I pray to him then? When I get it right? I might be too late then. Might be too late then. Did David stop calling on the Lord when he messed up? Nope. I'm not going to stop calling on him either. And you shouldn't either. Whom the Lord loves, he chastises. But the thing is, I'm going to tell you something that goes hand in hand with this scripture. When you see the chastisement of another, you might want to take heed to that. That might be your chastisement too. Or telling you something that's to come. You might want to take heed to what you see and how you hear. Because some things are showing you things. I done heard people say, you ain't been through what I've been through. Well, I haven't. You ain't been through what I've been through. You might can't handle it, and I might can't handle what you've been through. We ain't in a comparison thing. You got your different battles, and I got mine. You understand? You know, trust the process, people. You want the peace of the Lord that surpasses all understanding to engulf your soul and your body and your mind. You don't want the anger of the Lord, but sometimes you're going to get it. That goes for me. That goes for you. That's why sometimes when the preacher preaches, he preaches with compassion. And sometimes when the preacher preaches, he preaches with anger. Why? Because he works for the Lord. Does it make sense to you? Some people want nothing but compassion. Sometimes you ain't finna get compassion. He said, some say with compassion. Some save another way. Hating even the garment spotted by the flesh on some souls. You got to reach everybody differently. Compassion just don't work with some people. Like, let's say you just use extreme compassion with certain people. No rebuke, no judgment, no nothing. Some people going to start thinking that they got it right, that they're not doing nothing wrong. But the thing is, it's not about what you want to teach about. It's what the Lord tells you to teach about. And that's what I try to do. You know, sometimes I might read a few scriptures in advance, but I really don't know what I'm going to talk about. I don't. I never do. I just open up. And I'm like, is this it? I might breeze through it a little bit, see what the story about. And then I go back and I read it and I just go from there. Like today he had me separate these few verses. You know, but the thing is, once I read it, and God put the thought in my head and be like, hey, this is what this is going to align with, I don't go by a syllabus. I updated my YouTube profile information. Uncut. That's how you're going to get it. That's why I don't cut videos. You understand? That's why I don't try to edit it. I give it to you straight as it is. If I mess up, I didn't mess up. I want it to be as real as it can get. Let me tell you something, people. When the preacher's in the pulpit, or when you out and about talking to somebody, ministering to somebody, can you cut back what you said? Can you cut it? You see, a lot of y'all trying to reach a perfection that you ain't ever gonna reach. Do it. In this world, as you walk, is as you go. You get no do-overs. And once you knock on a customer door or whatever, like for in my case, once I knock on a customer door, what I'm saying right then, that's it. I can't be like, hold up, let me go back outside the door. Let's do this again. I don't care if I do that. What I did the first time is still there. You know, people, I love the Lord, but I'm not perfect. I love the Lord, but I have flaws. Do I live by the Bible to a T? No, I ain't there yet. And I probably never get there. Because as long as I live in this evil world, some things going to make me angry, and I'm going to go to sleep with anger on me. But as I grow, it's going to be less and less. Sometimes, the Bible said don't worry, but sometimes I worry. You understand? You see, a lot of y'all looking at these preachers and these teachers like they're perfect. Well, if teachers and preachers start being real, you might respect them more. You're idolizing them now. You're trying to become what they are. You know, I don't wear suits and ties. Maybe one day. But normally you see me when I do these videos, I'm in work clothes. Or sometimes when I'm at home, I might have a regular outfit on every once in a while, because it really ain't about my clothes. I ain't got to press up. All I do is in the morning, I wake up, I comb my hair, I fix my beard up how I want it, and I put on my work clothes, and I go from there. I ain't trying to be special, because we all special. You understand? But be grateful and be thankful. Stop trying to live in the past. And stop trying to look forward to the future, because you don't know the future. Just follow God's lead. All he told them, I'm going to send you to a place flowing with milk and honey, the promised land. He didn't say what was going to happen in the meantime. He didn't say it was going to take 40 years. I know a lot of people be like, well, they supposed to have been there the day after. How in the hell you know that? You know, when God's trying to put you into a destination, there's so many things that got to take place. You got to move this there, move that there, top that there, do this, do that. He's orchestrating events that you can't see. So for you to say that it shouldn't have took 40 years is foolish. Look what all the things that happened in 40 years. He had to weed out the real from the fake. He had to root up, pull down, throw down, give examples, show you things, do this, do that, do that. Same thing he got to do in your life. He wants you to be patiently waiting for things to happen. You understand? I ain't got it right, but I trust the process. 12 years I've been in the wilderness. I don't even count years before I gave my life to Christ. Right now I'm 12 years old, going on 13. As a Christian, that started my born again rebirth phase. You better look at it like that. When you get your life to Christ, all the things before that is a little different. That don't mean you ain't gonna suffer the consequences for things that happened before you gave your life to Christ, because those things are still there. I mean, they already happened. And whatever bad seeds you sowed now begins the new process. Let's think about this. When the Lord took them out of Egypt, once they crossed over the baptism, which is the Red Sea, new things began. But you ever notice how the Lord always bring things in remembrance from their past before they was baptized? Remember this? Remember what happened in Egypt? Sometimes the Lord will bring up your past to bring things into remembrance for you when you was living and walking in sin. Totally. You see, once the baptism starts, once you enter the baptism, once you're baptized, once you give your life over to Christ, once you're baptized in the Spirit, a cleansing process starts. You don't just go through the water. Like when I first started, I thought it was going to be like Jesus. It might be work that way for some people. Like I'm just going to instantly know what to do. I didn't. I still don't know. All I know is to walk worthily to the best of my ability. And that's the thing you need to understand. I'm long-winded, as you can see. But I'm long-winded like this when I'm not on videos. Anybody who knows me knows I talk a lot. It is what it is. It's one of my gifts. It's one of my abilities. You know what I'm saying? I can talk to anyone. You understand? I try my best to. The hardest thing for me to do is look at people in the eyes. Not because the world will tell you, if you can't look at some business, but you can't trust somebody who can't look in your eyes. I'm gonna tell you something about eyes. When I became more spiritual, I see a lot in eyes. And sometimes I just don't want to look. I look away or I talk to people around and up. You understand? That's just how I am. I don't mean no harm. And you got characteristics in you. Stop going off what the world says this means. If you do this, you're lying. That ain't necessarily so. The world says people who get mad must be lying. But some people, when you call them a liar, they get mad. They get upset. And some people who lie get mad and get upset. All these things that you've been taught by the world, you might well throw all that out the window. All the folklore. All the things that they think, because they don't know jack. They don't know shit. How about that? They don't know nothing. You understand? Oh, I know you're finna beat me up. I said it for a reason, just to see what you see. What you say. You understand? That bother you? We live in a world that everything bothers you. You watch movies and TV shows all the day. And somebody say the word bitch. Ha 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 ha! But somebody call you a bitch, you're mad. You know what a bitch is to me? Not a female dog. It's somebody that's rude and angry and upset. You understand? Asshole, same thing. But not really. You can be an asshole and be mean. You can be an asshole to somebody and saying good things, but you're an asshole. Wordplay. That's why it's best to, I used to write a lot of write a lot of messages. But I want you to feel what I feel when I'm talking to you. That's why I do videos. That's why the word needs to be spoken sometimes, not just read. Because one thing about it, I believe the Lord is going to put that spirit in you when you're spreading this gospel to say it exactly how it needs to be said. You know, I can post scripture to you all day. That's easy. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. But even when I do that, I might post a scripture and I talk. But you know, most people don't like to read nothing. They don't. You know, skim through. And most people don't like to watch videos. That's probably why people don't watch my videos. 20 minutes here. I try to make sure most of my videos are 20 minutes long, in 20-minute increments. Sometimes I might go a little over, but I break them down that way. But people, I love you. If you ain't give your life over to Christ, the only way you can stop that process or stop some of the things that happen to them from happening to you is through Jesus Christ. You got to think about it. When the anger of the Lord was aroused, that was Jesus Christ. So in order to get right with Jesus and still clear from his anger, you need him. You need to trust in him and read that word. And again, if you haven't given your life to Christ, give it to him. Believe that he lived, believe he died, believe that he rose, and start the process. Have a blessed day.